Get ready to rev your engines and hold on tight, because today we're counting down the top 5 MotoGP riders of all time. These legendary racers have pushed the limits of what's possible on two wheels, battling it out on some of the world's most challenging circuits and leaving a trail of broken records and shattered dreams in their wake. From nail-biting finishes to epic rivalries, we've got it all covered. So sit back, relax, and prepare to witness the greatest riders in MotoGP history. And be sure to subscribe to Moto Insider for more MotoGP videos. Number 5. Mike Hillwood. Mike Hillwood was a British motorcycle racer who competed from the late 1950s to the early 1970s. He won 9 world championships and 76 Grand Prix victories in multiple categories including 250cc, 350cc, and 500cc. He also won 14 Isle of Man TT races, including a record 6 consecutive senior TT victories. Hillwood set a 1-hour speed record of 144.8 miles per hour, or 233 kilometers an hour, on the MV 500cc in 1964, and won the FIM Formula One World Championship in 1978. Hillwood was known for his incredible skill and talent, winning races in various categories and with different manufacturers throughout his career. His famous rivalry was Giacomo Agostini, culminated in the 1967 Senior TT race, in which many consider to be the most dramatic Isle of Man race of all time. After a successful career in motorcycle racing, Hillwood turned to car racing and achieved considerable success, including a third-place finish at the 1969 Le Mans 24-hour race. Hillwood's legacy in motorcycle racing continues to be celebrated to this day, with many considering him to be one of the greatest riders of all time. Number 4. Mick Doohan. Australian rider Mick Doohan was unrivaled in the 1990s MotoGP Championship. He overcame a career-threatening injury by being incredibly consistent, riding to the edge of his bike's capabilities and having a strong mental game. Doohan entered MotoGP in 1989. First for Honda, after a rough start in his first few seasons, he emerged as a powerhouse in the early 90s. He was one of the most dominant riders ever from 1994 to 1998, when he won 5 straight titles. Doohan's success stems from his extraordinary consistency and his willingness to test the limits of his motorcycle. He could ride at a very high level without appearing to lose control thanks to his smooth and accurate approach. He was capable of making passes and taking risks that most riders would never dream of. Doohan was celebrated for his riding skills and desire to win. He was seriously hurt in a practice accident in 1992 and almost put an end to his career. However, he did not give up, and he worked hard to recover from the injuries and get back in shape. When Mick Doohan retired from the MotoGP in 1999, he didn't completely leave the sport. He also took on the role as an ambassador for the sport, traveling the globe to spread its message and attract new spectators and commercial partners. Doohan was honored for his contribution to the sport of motorcycle racing by being inducted into the MotoGP Hall of Fame in 2005. He is still remembered as one of the sport's all-time greats, and his legacy has served an inspiration to many riders. Number 3. Giacomo Agostini. Giacomo Agostini is an Italian motorcycle racing legend with an impressive 122 Grand Prix wins and 15 World Championship titles. Known as Ago, he earned 68 wins and 8 titles in the 500cc class, while the rest came in the 350cc class. His remarkable achievements over a 17-year career led to his induction into the MotoGP Hall of Fame as a MotoGP legend in 2000. and being named an FIM legend in 2010. Agostini began his career by winning the 1963 Italian 175cc championship with Morini. In 1964, he won the Italian 350cc title and finished fourth in the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. He later decided to ride for MV Agusta as Mike Hillwood's teammate. Agostini narrowly missed the 1965 350cc World Championship title after a mechanical failure during the final round in Japan. When Hillwood left MV Agusta in 1965, Agostini became their top rider and went on to win the 500cc title for 7 consecutive years. Additionally, he won the 350cc title 7 times in a row and secured 10 Isle of Man TT and 7 Ulster Grand Prix victories in 1967. He faced Hillwood in a dramatic season, ultimately winning the championship in the final race. In 1972, following the death of his friend Gilberto Parlati, Agostini announced he would never race at the Isle of Man TT again, citing safety concerns. Other riders joined his boycott, and the race was removed from the Grand Prix schedule by 1977. Agostini left MV Agusta for Yamaha in 1974, winning the Daytona 200 on his first outing. He claimed the 1974 350cc World Championship, and despite setbacks, won the 1975 500cc title, making the first Premier Class victory for a two-stroke machine. In 1976, Agostini rode both Yamaha and MV bikes in the 500cc class, winning his final Grand Prix, Nürburgring, with a 500cc MV Agusta. After retiring in 1977, Agostini returned as the Marlboro Yamaha team manager in 1982, winning 3 500cc titles. Number 2, Marc Marquez. Marquez competes in the premier class of motorcycle road racing as a soloist in the Grand Prix series. Out of 8 Grand Prix World Championships, 6 came in the top division. The Spanish rider stormed into MotoGP in 2013, taking home 2 consecutive championships. Over the course of 4 years, from 2016 to 2019, he won 4 consecutive championships, setting a new personal best in each. Marquez is known as the Ant of Cervera, or all over the world, and El Tro de Cervera, or Thunder of Cervera, in his hometown. After Mike Hillwood, Phil Reed, and Valentino Rossi, he is one of the only 4 riders to ever won the World Championship in 3 distinct categories. Marquez was widely recognized as one of the most influential figures in the development of the 21st century MotoGP because he popularized a new riding style. Moreover, he holds the record for the youngest MotoGP champion. Marquez made history when he won the Premier Class Championship in his rookie year, being the first rider to do so since Kenny Roberts in 1978. He also holds the record for being the youngest rider to ever win the championship. Then again, Marquez's riding style has been criticized as well. Some of his supporters and fellow riders have claimed that he is too aggressive and takes excessive risk, which could endanger both of them. Many occurrences on the track have drawn both the praise and criticism from fans and experts for him. As controversial as Marquez's riding may be, he continues to be one of the MotoGP's most intriguing and productive competitors. He is only 28 years old, yet he has already accomplished a lot in his career. If he keeps this level of performance up, he will undoubtedly be remembered as one of the best riders of all time. Number 1, Valentino Rossi. The name Valentino Rossi is synonymous with MotoGP, and for good reason. His charming demeanor, great riding skills, and willingness to try out different bikes and tracks have earned him a fan favorite all over the globe. In 2000, Rossi started racing in the MotoGP series for Honda. In 2001, he won the 500cc class world championship. Then from 2002 to 2005, he won 4 more championships in the MotoGP class. In 2002 and 2003, they were with Honda. Then in 2004 and 2005, he was with Yamaha. Then after a few down years, he came back again and won back-to-back championships in 2008 and 2009. Rossi's exceptional riding talent and versatility on many bikes and tracks have contributed to his success. His riding technique is so fluid and controlled that he can push the limits of his bike without ever appearing to lose control. Because of his skills, he has been able to pass racers and take chances that they would never dream of. Rossi is well known for his charming nature. In addition to his racing prowesses, his exploits off the track are famous as the ones on it, and he has a legion of fans all around the globe. It's impossible to exaggerate Rossi's importance to MotoGP as a sport. He sparked interest in riding among a younger demographic, and his achievements have contributed to the sport's rising global profile. Even at the ripe old age of 43, he can hold his own against the world's finest, making him a force to be reckoned with on the track. However, Rossi's late career seemed to have more downs than ups. He switched teams from Yamaha to Ducati in 2011, but he never found his footing on the bike and ended up with a winless record. He tried again with Yamaha in 2013, but this time he came up short of the title. Although he ended up being the runner-up in 2014, 2015, and 2016, then he called it quits in 2000 and 2021, ending his famous MotoGP career. But he still holds the record of the most Premier Class victories with 89, and is the only racer to have competed in 400 or more Grand Prix. Well, that's it, folks. That's the list of the top 5 MotoGP riders. Let us know in the comments what you think and who is your favorite on the list. And be sure to subscribe, give us a like, and stay tuned for more MotoGP videos.